Alrighty, we're back with the continuation of Jessie Velez. I don't know what's the situation because him with this little man boy was only 2 minutes and 13 seconds. This video is 13 minutes and 9 seconds long total, which is fine. That's not long, but when you add in my commentary, that really adds up. And I'm thinking, what the heck? Was he really talking to Chris for 11 minutes, or does this show a little bit of the police stuff too? I don't motherfucking know. But I guess that's what we're going to find out. So anyways, let's get back into it. We're a little bit behind. This man's trying to tell him to come over here and check out the table that my daddy made.
My daddy made.
But, yeah, then Chris will pop out.
Oh, he did? Yeah. Pretty cool. Want to come look at it? I think it's too much.
Chris is like, all right, dumbass. You really don't know. I don't know why you give him like a Joker-style voice. Chris ain't no menace. I don't know why. Why don't you come on back here, decoy? You fucking suck at your job. You didn't even get the pedo over here. What's that hoodie back here, you dumb fuck? Showing off your chiseled abs and huge ass muscles. Like a 13-year-old's gonna have that. I'm not saying he's ripped. He's really not. I'm just making a joke because, you know, look at that 5 o'clock shadow, which, you know, 13-year-old, receding hairline, 5 o'clock shadow. Like, come on, bro. You ain't no 13-year-old. And Chris is pissed off that you ain't doing your job at all. He's trying to sex some bitch over here, and he's like, now I gotta put her on hold to talk to this gay guy.
Hey, Jose, how are you?
Hey, Jose. Jesse's like, oh my God, who's the Jose?
Take a seat right over there, please.
Yeah.
God damn, boy, that ass. Woo!
What's happening?
Nothing.
Yeah?
Does lock him up all the way? Yeah, it is.
What was your plan today?
Nothing, actually.
Oh my God, I just wanted to fuck that man boy. And now you, and then whoever that Jose is. Jeez. I'm gonna have some 3 options? Fuck yeah. I don't think this one water will be enough to keep me moisturized.
No.
Just to hang out.
Yeah.
With a 13-year-old boy. Who you...
Goddamn, bro. Come on, it went too far. Hold on. I hate doing this because it rewinds too far back. 5 seconds
What was
is too
your
much.
plan today?
Nothing, actually. Just
I already
to hang
made
out.
fun of this.
Just to hang out.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
With a 13-year-old boy.
Here we go. What kind of phone is Chris using? Come on, boy. We know you got money. He's got like some basic ass pay-as-you-go phone. What the fuck is that? White back, one little camera. Come on, bro. What is it, the Google Pixel? I mean, if it is, then okay. I don't really know how good of a phone that is, but you better not be rocking some cheap shit. Come on, bro. Don't act like you're poor. Actually, to save on costs, we use my actual home as the decoy home.
Who you sent a picture of your private parts.
No, I did it. I did.
God damn! This is this early? When they're talking about the dick pic? I didn't realize it was Chris. I didn't know Chris comes right out the gate talking about the dick pic. What? So the famous "ooh" is already coming up? Shit.
Yes.
Ooh. I didn't mean to do that.
Ooh was right.
Yeah. I was
Been
just
chatting with him on and off for weeks.
I mean, in Jesse's defense, I totally get it. You know, you just randomly happen to have some cock pictures in your phone for absolutely no reason. Like, they just kind of get on there to begin with. You don't even know where they come from. It's like you're instead of sleepwalking, you're just sleep dick pic taking. And then you go to send your buddy or your mom or something a picture, and then it's like, oops, how the hell did that one get in there? So I totally get what he's talking about. The, how did that happen? It happens, bro. You know, all too often. Oh, look at that little sleeping angel right there. Aww, little chubby cheeks and 3 necks. Aww.
Yeah, I used to travel like random people on and off. I'd hang out with them. No, nothing's really...
Look at that. He's got the same exact hairline as the decoy. The decoy's supposed to be 13. This bitch is like, what, 34? Yeah, tell me the decoy's 13. Same hairline.
Sexual, to be honest.
Nothing sexual.
No.
What's this say?
Let me see.
You see? Oh my God.
Oh my God, I did not know.
Oh shit, he actually says, oh my God. I'm trying to make a skit over here, and he actually says it.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Ooh was right.
Yeah, he's...
I'm just thinking about it. It's just so funny. Chris has these dick pics of this guy on his phone. Obviously, it's from, I don't know, Tetrid Core or whoever they're really talking to, but then they forward it to Chris. Or maybe that is Tetrid Core's phone. Maybe that's what it is. That's not Chris's cheap phone. Never mind, bro. Never mind. You're good. That's not even your phone, probably. But that's just funny. Like, this guy doesn't even know who Chris is. He thinks he's talking to a kid. Now here's this guy with his dick pic in his phone, or at least he thinks it's his phone, you know. And then Chris just casually showing him, "Isn't this your cock?" "Oh, ew, it is. Ew." Look at that little smirk. Little cutie pie. Getting all embarrassed and looking at his own winky on someone else's phone. Aww.
When I sent a picture, like I have a bunch of pictures of me.
Right.
So I must have hit that, but I didn't know why.
Yeah.
This was just one
That's what I
big
was
mistake.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you had a picture of yourself out and about town,
That happens.
Because usually I
driving a
meet
car.
Yeah, like
And
usually I
then the
meet
penis pic. Oh.
Yeah, you know, it's like you get the picture of your dick hanging out, you get the picture of someone jamming their dick in your ass, you get the picture of you massaging a few cocks, but, you know, you didn't mean to send just the plain old dick, but that just sneaks in there, and you're like, oh, fuck, I didn't mean that. It just happens, you know? Just
I just hit the penis pic.
Yeah, because I didn't know because I would even say like something afterwards, but I didn't even know I really sent that, to be honest. Usually I meet people, I hang out with them, nothing really sexual. You know, it's like,
Just thinking about the situation, though, like this guy just casually having dick pics on his phone. Obviously, he doesn't casually have dick pics on his phone. He has the picture that he took for the decoy. But the idea of him just casually having dick pics on his phone of himself is funny. Like, I get it, he's gay, so maybe if he had dick pics of other guys, that it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. It's like a guy having titty pics on his phone or something. Even if it's not a girl he knows, it's just some girl offline he thinks looks good. But it's just funny in this context that he just happens to have pictures of his own dick on his phone. Like, why? You're going to beat off to yourself or something? Oh, yeah, me. Oh, me. Oh.
put like sexual things on my, like I don't do none of that stuff. Like I don't say, oh yeah, let's meet up and have sex. I don't really do that. I like to meet different people, hang out with them.
Oh my God.
What
If
is
you wanted
Grindr
to.
for?
Honestly, I know it's for hookups. I really do know that, but I'm not all for that. I don't just meet people randomly and just start having sex with random people. That's not what I do. I know it sounds weird coming
I get why he's wearing Jurassic. Get it? Jurassic? Oh my God, I want Jurass.
from myself, but it's not like that.
But isn't that what Grindr is for?
No, to me it's not. It depends on people use it for.
Bro, what? You don't be trying to defend Grindr. Everyone knows Grindr's for gay hookups. The fuck that's like going on Tinder? No, I'm just trying to meet some homies, you know? Bro, if you're trying to talk to guys on Tinder, that means you're trying to... Those guys think you're trying to fuck them. They ain't trying to be a boy. Same as on Grindr. No one's trying to be your boy. You don't go on Grindr like, hey, man, maybe I can meet some new homies, you know? Have some new boys to go play some basketball with on the weekends. Nah, bitch, you're trying to get some dick. As a guy, even girls ain't using Grindr because they know it's for gay guys. I'm over here, oh my God, no, I just try to use it to make friends. I just casually send them a cock pic, but I just want to be their friend. Yeah, okay, bro. Okay, little cute freckle right there. Oh, look at that one little freckly. Oh.
aspects. Like I don't use it for any sexual like orientations or activity like that. I just meet people, eat movies, we'll go to the restaurant, hang out, eat. I just like to have company with me. I'm like kind of a...
God damn, boy, he's good. Oh, damn. Look at that eye contact. God damn. You trying to fuck me now? Jeez, you keep looking at me like that, it's gonna happen. Bro, got that cute little smirk, that dead eye contact. God damn, stop looking at me. I'm trying to... You gotta stop looking at me. I'm trying to talk to you. There we go, this is better. Whew. What I was trying to say, until he was staring me down, trying to get me all hard and shit, was... He's pretty good at talking. God damn, this guy's just rambling on, like nobody's business. No stumbling, no nothing. He ain't sweating yet. Remember little cutie Johnny? That motherfucker was dripping sweat. Steelers and the Ravens. Oh, God damn. By the way, do you have a beach towel like you used to dry my head off? This guy's just letting the words flow. No sweat, no nothing. He's just sitting there with his hand on his dick trying to hide that boner because Chris comes out with dick pics of him on his phone and that's turning him right on. Like, oh my God. Ooh, who's this, what's a male cougar called? I don't know. What's this male cougar doing? You want to see my cock for real, baby? Oh my God. You want my thick ass, daddy? But, yeah, he's just rambling on. Like, God damn. The funny part is he just was totally shitty at talking to the decoy. You know, the 42-year-old, 13-year-old. He said about 3 words to him, but Chris, he's over here fucking reading a book to him off the top of his head. Why'd he put his phone in his water so far away? Look at that. That's a good 2.5 feet right there. Okay, not really. It's probably a solid foot, but like, it's so wide. It's like you have to slide it up to get it there. What the hell? Oh my God, cutie daddy. Do you want this water and phone? It's yours. Even though my phone matches my shoes. Remember that.
I had friends when I was younger.
Right.
So I like to hang out with people, you can get to know them a little bit. That's about it. I meet people from either 13, 17, 18, 30, even to their 40s, just to meet people and talk to them.
God damn, boy, just casually slipping that in on the pedophile show. All right, I need to cover myself up. So I just meet up with people at 13, 17. Okay, got that out of the way. 21, 35, 40. Chris still stuck on the 13. Hold on a minute. The first two you said were 13, 17. We're not just going to glaze over that. For some reason, I'm Joker.
And how old are you?
I'm actually 27.
27.
Yes.
God damn, boy, you're only 27? Shit, I thought you were like 34. You kind of look terrible for 27. God damn. You look like how I look now. Only I'm 34. I got a 10-year-old kid. I make these stupid videos, and I don't exercise as much as I should. But when I was 27, I was in way better shape than I am now. Way better shape. You look like hell for 27. Jeez, boy, lay off the fast food or something. Go get some strawberries. When you're feeling like getting some Wendy's, get some strawberries instead, Keep the YS at the end, just different first part. You're 27? God damn. He definitely looks like 34, 35. I didn't know he was such a kid. Jeez, boy. God damn.
And what do you do for a living?
Me, I'm actually a manager for a restaurant.
Which restaurant?
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
Yes.
And how's that?
Oh, Jersey Mike's. Oh, maybe it's because I've never really watched the Raw. This is the Raw. I always watch the stupid final cut of, what is it, the True Crime Daily. And, I didn't know that they actually said the restaurant. I always assumed it was Subway, because he always says, Chris always says, he's the manager of a sandwich joint. So I always assumed it was just Subway. Either that or D'Angelo's, but D'Angelo's, at least in my area, isn't around anymore, so I figured they're not a place. So I always thought it was Subway. It's, what, Jersey Mike's? Huh. It's the first time I've heard that. I've always thought Subway. Well then. Yeah, and before that, he actually owned his own phone store. It was like a Boost Mobile, those little pop-up places, Boost Mobile. And he got robbed. So, yeah, there's some footage of that, too, that was on the news, the little interrogation on him. We're going to get to that way later. Obviously, we're going to finish this stuff up. That'll be its own video. But, yeah. So, kind of a weird transition there, though. How do you go from owning your own business to working for another business? I mean, he's the manager, so there's that, but Jersey Mike's. I think I've heard some shit about that place too, if I recall correctly. I forget what it is now, but I heard something like what the hell was it? It was either they treat their employees poorly or they use some kind of suspicious meat or something. I don't know. I never realized there was any in my area, but recently I've seen a couple, and I'm like, oh, this place is actually local-ish. I don't know. Anyways, Jersey Mike's, so there it is.
It's going good. I actually just started there about a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Yes.
Damn, boy! You've been the manager for only a couple of weeks? So what was this place doing prior to you? They had no manager? They were just somehow functioning?
But you see how this looks for you to come over and visit that 13-year-old boy after you sent him a picture of your...
Yeah, I know, like...
His body's really weird, actually. He's, like, super thick and bulky, but, like, his belly doesn't hang or anything. Like, look at it. It's, like, right in line with them. Boop, it's just straight. Looks like there's no fold, no hangage. It's just there. Poof. He's just ridiculously thick. Maybe you are 27. You still got enough collagen to just make you thick. There's no sagginess yet. Bro thinks he's sexy, though, filling out them sleeves. God damn! Now, if only that was a chiseled muscle instead of just a thick arm, Got that tight-ass sleeve, though.
I didn't realize I sent that. And even when I came here...
How could you not realize it?
No, I understand where you're coming from, but even when I came here, even when I parked there, I was just like, oh, this is... Even when I sat there, I was like, yeah, this is the first time I ever met someone at someone's house. I felt kind of nervous when coming to a house. Could you just say what's...
The only thing with that, though, boy, is, you're trying to say that you just meet anybody to be friends with, blah, 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 13, 17, 20, whatever, 40, whatever he said. But if that was the case, you would not have been awkward and nervous when you met with this kid, because if you seriously were just going to be there to meet up with him and hang out and watch a movie and whatever other nonsense you said, then why would you be nervous? You'd be like, hey, man, how's it going? We've been chatting. It's cool to meet you finally. You would have walked over, given him a handshake, not a hug like those other weirdos try to do, but you would have just given him a handshake. Hey, what's up, boy? It's cool to meet you in person. So what do you want to do? You know, we talked about this is, we talked about playing video games. What do you got? Where are they? Did you get any new ones? Did you want to play the ones we talked about? You know, we could throw on a movie. Like you'd been, oh man, wow. Oh, sorry about that. Dry throat out of nowhere. That was weird. But anyways, you would be just talking about, you'd just be hanging out. Like it wouldn't bother you. But the reason you were uncomfortable about being there and nervous is because that's not your intent, boy. And basically this just proves it. Even though you're telling Chris one thing, your actions are proving the exact opposite. You knew you were there to try to fuck this kid, and that was making you a little uncomfortable, and that's why you were weird and awkward. And kind of just sat there, and then wanted to just leave. And then Chris came out and caught you, though. But, yeah, if you legitimately wanted to just hang out and watch a movie, you wouldn't have felt weird and wanted to leave. You'd be fine. You wouldn't even care if the parents came out. You'd be like, hey, I know I'm a little bit older. I don't mean any ill will. This might seem weird, but I'm not here to do anything. I'm just hanging out. Met him online. I don't know if he told you. It is still weird as hell. I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just saying, though. Like, he's over here saying now that wasn't his intent, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, yeah, it was, boy. And you proved it by just how you naturally reacted before.
At a public place, so it's more safer for me. That way, just in case I don't know the other person. But that's why, even when I came, I actually trying to park at that park for a while.
I want to meet somewhere public so it's more safer for me. Bro, at the end of the day, the safety is more for the kid. Because if you fuck him, he's going to be the one that's screwed up forever. Not you. You just fucked a kid. You're 27 fucking with a kid. Like, yeah, maybe you'll have that in your mind. Like, oh, that was weird. I shouldn't have done that. But the kid's going to have a lot more psychological damage being like, oh, I lost my virginity to some guy that was almost 30. And then it's going to make them be weird when they get older and be a sexual deviant, have weird fetishes like BDSM or something weird and all this nonsense, all because they met up with a pedo when they were 13. The other thing is, you say safer, you're a big 27-year-old guy, you're probably pushing, 280, 300, I don't know, versus a kid, a 13-year-old kid. Now, granted, that one's a man-child that they put as a decoy, so he's like 182 pounds, lean, but a real 13-year-old, when I was 13, what was I? 140, 130? I was somewhere around that. I was pretty light. So 130-pound-year-old 13-year-old versus a 300-pound 27-year-old, there's a huge difference in everything. Weight, testosterone, which testosterone relates to strength. Like, I don't think you have to worry about being safer. It's the kid. Yeah, you're just worried about getting busted and going to jail. That's the only safe you're talking about.
I was like, I should not be going to this person's house.
But you did it.
Yeah, I did.
Why did you do it then?
It's the first time for me. I never went to someone's house before.
I hear that all the time.
Yes.
It's my first time.
I'm sure.
I doubt that all the people...
It's funny, because these pedos, when they're talking to Chris, most of them don't know who Chris is. There's only been like a handful, literally, that have known who he was. There's the one guy with the lisp thing that says he runs like the trash company. I think he talks like this or something. He brings weed for the decoy, whatever that guy's name is. He knew who Chris was. And then there's a couple others that know who he is, or at least they know the name. They don't know the face. Like there's Mike Manzi. He didn't recognize Chris, but when Chris says I'm Chris Hanson, he knew exactly who Chris Hanson was, because that's when he says, no, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. He knew he was by name, just not by look. But anyways, point is they don't know who this guy is. And it's just funny because Chris says, I hear this all the time. And so in these pedos' heads, I don't know, what do they think? Like, for me, if I was sitting there, I'd be like, wait, all the time, what does that mean? Is this guy a cop? Like, I'd start thinking, if I didn't know that it was Chris, I'd be like, what is he, a cop? How do you hear this all the time? And then I'd probably be more confused at first, because I'd be like, wait, I'm here to meet up with this kid. Isn't this his dad? Why would he hear this all the time? Is this kid constantly trying to hook up with older guys? And I'd be like, that can't be the case. What is this? Am I in some kind of a sting? Like, I'd be confused as hell, thinking all kinds of stuff, trying to figure out how this guy hears this all the time. But when you're like us and you know who Chris is, he does hear that all the time. Probably almost in every single catch he's had. The guy always claims it's my first time. Oh, I've never done this before. James Rutherford, he only said that 94 times when he was hanging out with him for half an hour. Oh, I've never done this before. It's my first time. Now him. I've never done this before. But then again, he's lying because he says, I've never done this before. But what did he say about, a minute ago in this clip, probably 6-7 minutes ago in my video? He said, oh, I talk to all ages, 13, 17. Boom, 13, bro. You talk to all ages, including 13, so you have done it before, bitch. And that's why you're trying to say this one time. Well, I guess it's my exception, so I'm just going to add it to the list. Yeah, probably not. Probably done it before. Look at Chris over there trying to be like a holy messiah. Oh, no, no, no.
Who tell me it's their first time are telling the truth.
This is honest to death.
So you're the first honest guy I've
ever
found.
What does he say? Honest to death? Who says honest to death? This boy's satanic over here. Most people say honest to God. They try to take the good side of things. He's saying honest to death? Isn't death a minion of Satan? Or well, I guess not. He'd be a minion of just purgatory, but still. Most times you think of death as evil, not really something positive. Like, oh, well, I'm dying. Here's death. You see it as, oh, God, death is scary. Who says honest to death? The hell?
This is the first time. This is the first time I met a young person that age. It's the first time ever in history.
Bro, you fucking said you talk. Oh, what? So you're saying the difference is because you met them. That's why. You talk to them normally, but you don't meet them. Is that what the difference is? You actually came to meet them? Bro.
But what could you possibly have in common at 27?
Perfect question.
That's something I'll find out when we sit down and chat, to be honest. I mean, there's nothing sexual that's going to happen anyway from the get-go.
Yeah, but first off, you didn't answer him at all. But that is a perfect question. What would you have in common with a 13-year-old? Basically nothing. When I was 13, I was in 8th grade, okay? Either that, or you could say I just started 9th grade, and then I shortly after that turned 14. But what are you going to have in common? Let's just go with 8th grader. What are you going to have in common with a senior middle schooler? Like nothing. You're 27. You've graduated high school at least 10 years ago. You have a car. 13-year-old can't drive. You have a car. You owned your own business. 13-year-old's not even thinking about money yet. You have your own place. You have bills. You now work as the manager of a Jersey Mike's. Like, your lives are way different. You have absolutely nothing in common with this 13-year-old. So, what? That's a good question by Chris. I mean, it's legit. What do you have in common? Nothing. So why would you try to meet up with him? The only thing you might have in common would be an interest in video games. But even then, your play styles would be different. You as a 27-year-old would be more casual. It's like me when I play my games. I just play them just for the fun of it. But a 13-year-old, especially with online and all this, they might be like that weird aggressive stage where they're like swearing online and this and that, talking all kinds of shit to their opponents. Where you wouldn't even be like that. So even that you can't relate to. You're just sitting there like while they're talking shit and you're just like, what the hell is going on right now? I'm just trying to play a game and this kid's talking all kinds of shit to me.
You sent him a penis picture.
And I didn't realize I sent that. You can look at all my conversations. I did not realize I sent that kind of picture. I did not realize.
He says you can look at all my conversations. Now, I don't know if he means in general, like just look through my phone at all my conversations with everybody, or if he means look through my whole conversation with this kid. But I laughed because if he meant with the kid, don't worry. Chris has seen the whole thing, and so has whoever the Tetrad Core person was, and so has the police. Like, a lot of people have seen it. I'm pretty sure it's online somewhere, too, so anybody could see it.
Today, you just...
So
one big misunderstanding.
For example, I was gonna watch a movie with just like an ordinary conversation, like friendly type thing. It wasn't gonna be anything sexual. Even when we were chatting, I never said, "Oh, hey, do you want to have sex?" Because that's not the kind of person I am. I don't want to throw myself out there like that. That's not what I am.
But if you were his parent,
you might not have said want to have sex, but I mean, you did send your dick. Like, what do you? That's not really in the same vein, but it's kind of sexual to send a picture of your wiener, like. And then also he's going back to that stuff he's saying before. We could just watch a movie. We could just this. Okay, yes. That's what you're claiming. But then why were you so scared when you got there? You didn't even go into the kitchen. You sat at the table right before the kitchen entrance. You didn't even talk to the kid. I mean, he was doing a very half-assed job at trying to get you into the room with him, but still. If all you want to do was watch a movie, why were you so terrified? When I go to the theaters and watch a movie with my family, there's tons of other people in there, some of which are kids. I'm not scared because there's a kid in there. They're with their family, and I'm just there to watch a movie too, and they just happen to be in there. So why were you so scared, boy, if you just wanted to watch a movie? It's because you're lying, and you want to put that dick in that kid. Or you wanted that kid to enjoy that thick ass, boy.
Are you going to be comfortable?
I have a 16-year-old friend. I do. Yes, I do.
That's a pretty big age gap.
It is. It is big,
at this stage.
But you know what? But there's nothing wrong with that because, to be honest, I have friends that are 16 to 30. We all.
Now, although that does seem weird, like he's 27 and says he has a 16-year-old friend, it is fucking weird. And as long as it's just a friend, like he says, I could see that could be possible because he's the manager of a Jersey Mike's. That's just a fast food type place, you know. I mean, it's like a Subway, but you know what I mean. And so places like that are going to hire high school kids and stuff. So it could be like one of his employees. I mean, he did say he's only been there for a couple of weeks, but still, you get the idea. Like, it could be a situation where it's one of his employees and they just kind of get along. He is also gay, so that means he's more interested in guys than girls. So what I'm trying to say is the guy could just see it as, hey, you're my boy, you know, you're pretty cool. Even though Jessie might be like, oh my God, you're kind of cute. But the guy's just like, nah, boy, we get along. And at least 16 is a lot. There is a tiny bit more in common with a 16-year-old than a 13-year-old. One, the 16-year-old is working. So you're thinking about money. You have a car, or you can have a car when you're 16. So now you can relate to gas prices, to car insurance, to car payments, to car types. The kid has some car that just has right now for point A to point B, but maybe he wants something better. That's something Jessie could say too. Yeah, my car I'm not a fan of. It's just something I have for now. At least there's a little bit more. Yeah, it's still not a lot. You're a junior in high school. Like, you still got a huge difference between the two of you, but at least it's a little more reasonable than a 13. And it makes more sense. Like I said, this stuff when they meet up with people online just super anonymously is so weird. Like, how horny and desperate do you have to be to talk to somebody online, not actually know them at all, and then go to their place and meet up with them? Like, at least if that 16-year-old is somebody he works with, he knows them. He sees them a few days a week or more. They work together. They talk. You know what I mean? You at least know him. So it's still weird, but it makes more sense.
Go, you know, there's no drugs involved. Obviously, I don't do any drugs, but we all just conversate. I mean, there's so many similarities more than people. It doesn't matter about age to me. You know, so some people look at it as more like a pedophile thing or something like that, but that's not what I am. You know, I don't go around looking for 10-year-olds, 13-year-olds. No, that's not who I am.
Damn, boy.
That's
why would you say 10? Is that something secretly you do look for? 10-year-olds? God damn, boy, what the fuck's wrong with you? I know 10-year-olds. My daughter's 10. Bro, that's fucking weird. There ain't nothing sexual about that age. Like, literally nothing. What the hell? I mean, he didn't say I'd go around looking for them, but anybody that does, and he said 10. Why'd you say 10? Is it because that's what you have looked at before and it just subconsciously came out, a Freudian slip? Why'd you say 10? That's weird.
Exactly.
But you see how this looks.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. That's why I don't walk to that door.
A 27-year-old sends a penis picture to a 13-year-old.
Chris still hung up on that cockpit. God damn, he's going to be taunting him the whole night about the dick. Which I'll be looking at again later for comparison purposes and scientific research.
Yeah.
And then comes over to just hang out.
Yeah. I know how it looks. And I wasn't even gonna walk. Something told me don't walk through that door. I swear something told me do not walk through that door. Why'd you do it then? I don't know. I wasn't gonna walk through that door.
What actually happens if he doesn't walk in the door? You know what I mean? Like, if he just, say he showed up, parked, didn't even get out though. Say he parked and he's just sitting in his car. Turns it off, he's just sitting in his car, and then he's like, you know what, I shouldn't do this. And then he fires it up and just leaves. Would they still go after him? Like, would those cops that are hiding in the garage leave and, like, chase him down, pull him over, and still arrest him? Or would they just let it slide? Like, well, I guess at the last minute you made the right choice, so I don't really know. I know that there was one guy one time in one of those things. He does leave, and then something happens. How do they end up getting him? I don't think they pull him over. I think weird circumstances happen that he's just kind of down the street, so the cops run over and just get him. But, like, I don't know, because he's saying I shouldn't have gotten out, and I'm like, well, what would have happened, though, if you did change your mind? You park, and you're like, nah, I shouldn't do this. Would the cops just be like, well, I guess he made the right choice, so we'll just leave him alone? Or would they be like, nah, they're still in town, let's go get him? That's a legit question. I don't know.
It wasn't. But I don't know. Even when I saw him, I looked at him. I was like, this doesn't fit. I mean, I hang out with people outside of their home because I wouldn't want myself to be in someone's home that I really don't know. I never meet someone at their home. That's why I felt weird. Even
so this is just one big.
What the hell was that last phrase? What? What did he just say? I don't like to go to someone's home. I would feel sad. I wouldn't want them at my home. So that's why what the hell did he just say? He had a Joe Biden moment there. And the weird part is this was filmed before Joe Biden was even a thing. I mean, he was the VP, but he wasn't as important. So, like, what did he just say?
Misunderstanding.
This is the biggest,
first time you've ever had such a
ever walked in someone's house, to be honest. Because at my house, I don't like people come to my house. Well, I can because I have a big patio outside, and I have my neighbors that come outside with me. So I would feel safe because I'm not by myself with that person. So at least people see me with this person. But me...
What? He's saying clear words, but this is not making sense. Even at my house, so see, I have a big patio, and I usually have my neighbors, so I wouldn't feel safe by myself. Huh? What are you talking about?
I mean, here, like, I parked at that park right there.
Right.
I sat there for like 5 minutes, and I parked at the park because I was gonna make a U-turn, just go, because I don't like coming to people's houses. Because there was one time where one of our friends was to his friend's house, and you know, it didn't really go as they were gonna say. You know, when he walked in, there was actually an ambush. It was 2 older guys and a woman. They beat him up. You know, it was like people that they were looking for.
It was a setup.
Yeah, well, not like this. Like, I guess they want to just beat somebody up.
Casual sting there, kind of. Chris, so it was a setup, and then him, yeah, well, not like this. Just casually getting it in there. Yeah, it was a setup, bitch, but nothing like this, you fucking asshole. You better fuck me later, daddy.
That's why I don't come to people's houses. I'd rather meet at a sandwich shop, at a Starbucks.
I mean, I know what he's saying, though, like how it can be creepy going somewhere. I mean, you don't know what's going on. So that's something I always think about these pedos. Like, first off, it's just weird that they're trying to just meet up with a kid. How do you feel confident enough to just do that? Storm in and be like, oh, what's up? I'm here to fuck. But at the same time, how do you also feel confident that it ain't something else? What if it's, you know, Chris is basically a vigilante, you could say, trying to catch these guys. I mean, he's not really. He is working with the police and all that. But in a way, you could say he's a vigilante trying to catch pedos. Well, what if you had other vigilantes that are way more vigilante-ish, and they're just trying to catch pedos, but instead of interviewing them and recording it and putting it online for people to be aware of, like I Catch Preds does and DAP does and Skeeter Jones does and stuff, what if instead they're just like, we're going to beat the shit out of this fucking asshole and leave him for dead? And then you go there and that's what you get, an ambush. Like, I don't know. So, I mean, I do feel you, and meeting out in public does make a lot more sense. Then you actually see who you're meeting up with. And if there is a potential danger, at least in public, there's people around to see and stuff. People around who could call the cops if you can't or whatever, you know. So I do get what she's saying, but still, your intentions don't matter in any case, because it's like, you know, you're trying to meet up with a kid. It's like, one of the I Catch Preds guys. I don't know if I made a video on him. I think I thought about it, but never did it. I mean, he's at Walmart with his family trying to meet up with a 15-year-old girl. And I was like, what do you think is going to happen if this girl was real and she just walks up and you're with your family? Like, how are you going to just explain this up? Oh, yeah, she's just some girl I know. Or like Kennelly trying to meet up with the kid at McDonald's and stuff. Like, yeah, it's public, but at the same time, you're trying to meet up with a kid, and that's just weird. Some kid's just going to casually walk in and sit with you? Like, what are you thinking?
Just so we can sit down and conversate. It's nothing really sexual or ordinary.
Do you live...
Conversate? Is that even a word? Is he just making up words here? Conversate? I mean, legitimately, is that actually a word? I've always heard of just conversation. Is conversate a word? Is it like the present... what tense would that be? Of conversation. Present? Conversate? Oh, I'm conversating with this guy. I don't know. Conversing with this guy? I don't know. Anyways, this answer here is funny.
By yourself?
No, I live with my 3 dogs.
Oh, man. Why did that make me gag so much? That's goofy, though. See, so this kind of goes back to what I said in the first video. Like, to a certain extent, if he wasn't trying to be a pedo, Jessie seems like he'd be a semi-wholesome-ish guy. You know, he's got that nerd aesthetic about him. Look at his clothing style. Like, he's got these stupid bright-ass orange shorts on. He's got green shoes that match his phone. Like, he's just a doofus. You know, nerd, geek, dork, dweeb, whatever kind of word you want to use. He's one of those. And to a certain extent, it seems like he's, I don't want to say sweet, but, you know, he's mild-mannered, kind of respectable. I mean, he does talk over Chris a lot, but at the same time, it's probably because he's nervous. He's he's busted, so he's just trying to get some words out before something bad happens. But, you know, he's, I don't know, seems okay, if you will, other than the pedo side of things. So anyhow, this just kind of reinforces that. Like, Chris asks, do you live alone? And he says, no, I live with my 3 dogs. Like, bro, that's almost like oh, what a cute answer. He lives with his 3 dogs. Oh my god, so adorable. Totes adorbs. Fuck that, I don't like talk like that. That's those stupid teeny boppers' dumbass ways to speak. It's like, shut the fuck up, stupid ass. But anyways, but it's like, no, bro, you live by yourself then if you have your 3 dogs. I mean, I get it. A lot of people consider their dogs family or their kids. Oh, these are my cats. And that's their dogs. But it's like, for Chris's purposes, he just means another human, not my 3 dogs. Now, on the other hand, I thought Jessie had a boyfriend, which, if he does, bro, what are you doing trying to cheat on him? And I also thought he had a husband, like the boyfriend was a husband. I don't know. I thought he was married. So I don't know if he was married and then got divorced and has a boyfriend. Now he's cheating on the boyfriend with this 13-year-old or what the situation is. But in any case, he says he lives alone with just his 3 dogs. But I'm like, well, isn't there another guy somehow involved? Like I said, whether it's your husband or boyfriend or whatever. Like, huh? Something's missing here.
Yeah, thanks, yeah.
Here in Fairfield?
Yeah, actually, right up the road by Taco Loco.
By Taco Loco?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Nothing really sexual out of the ordinary.
Do you live by yourself?
No, I live with my 3 dogs.
3 dogs?
Yeah, thanks, yeah.
Here in Fairfield?
Yeah, actually, right up the road by Taco Loco.
By Taco Loco?
Yes.
Oh, here in Fairfield. And they're talking about the town. I was like, what did they say? What? He lives... Yeah, I guess he would live local. I keep forgetting this is actually in Connecticut, too. That's what makes this a little bit more special, because I live in Connecticut. So, like, you know, this is actually near me. Like, all the other things were far. So, that you know, they weren't... I don't know. I couldn't really relate. They'd talk about places like Greenville and stuff, and I'm like, okay, I don't know where that is. I mean, I know what the Sting is, but I don't know anything about the area. Granted, I don't know anything about this area either, because that's not where I live. I live on the other side of the state, but still, it's my state at least. So, you know, I know stuff about the state. You know what I mean? When they're talking about Ohio, I don't know anything about Ohio. I don't know anything about Georgia. I don't know anything about any of these other Sting locations. Florida, I've never even been to those places. But Connecticut, been here my whole life.
Well, we've been running an investigation.
Okay.
Yeah,
called Hanson versus Predator.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And I'm Chris Hanson.
Okay.
Oh, you're sexy.
And you've walked into it.
I know, asshole.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So
Oh, here's
if there's
this
anything
too.
else you want people to know.
I'm not,
Well, there we go.
into it.
God damn it. I didn't mean to rewind.
Okay.
Oh,
So
trying to
if
time
there's
this out
anything
right.
else you want people to know.
I'm not,
Come on. There it is. I've always looked at this too, how he holds his hand like that. Yeah, there it is. He's got a ring. I told you he has a husband. So he says he lives by himself with his 3 dogs, but don't you have a husband, bro? What, you guys don't live together? That's weird. It's one thing when you don't live together when you're dating, but when you're married and you still don't? What the hell? And, yeah. So what? Why? And you're trying to cheat on your husband? Man, your wholesome rating's going way down. Yeah, you're trying to be a pedo, but you got a husband you're cheating on? You don't live with him? You say your dogs are... What? Come on, bro. But anyways, I always thought this was funny how he holds his hand up like this. Like he's trying to, I don't know, block himself from the camera, but it's like, bro, you're holding your hand 3.5 miles from your face. How do you think that's going to block anything? Like, unless you're touching the camera's lens, that's not going to do shit to provide privacy. The other thing is there's a camera guy right behind him on the other side. You know, from the other angle we just had, we saw the camera guy walking in like where he was originally sitting when he was hanging out with the decoy. So even if you're blocking this camera, it doesn't matter for the other one. He still sees you. And then there's this camera that's looking at you right now, too. Where the hell's this camera? It sees you perfectly. Like, I'd assume there's a camera that way that he's putting his hand up for. But yeah, this camera got a dead-ass look on you, too. And then, to top it all off, Chris tells you that they're doing an investigation and a sting and all this. So, wouldn't you think that there's probably cameras as it is that have already been recording you secretly if they're doing a sting? Like, you think Chris did all that interrogation of you for nothing, just because? Like, come on, man. I always thought this was just dumb that he holds his hand up 3,000 feet away from his face. The other thing is, when the cameras first came out, he doesn't even hide his face right away then either. Like, I could see if in the moment you're not realizing that cameras have been watching you the whole time. But at least block your face right away. He was delayed. The cameras came out and he's normal, and then he blocks his face. Like, what did you wait for? They got your face. Too late now. It's not like Schumacher. He pulls his shirt up right away. Yeah, it's funny looking. He looks like an idiot when he does it. But you know what? A, it does work. It fully hides his face. And B, he does it right away. He don't waste time dicking around. The cameras come out. Boop, shirt goes up. Hat goes on the shirt. Like, this guy's just some weird-ass delay and barely blocked his face. Let me just hold my hand 352,000 feet away from my face. That'll totally secure my identity.
To see little kids, I'm not. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. Honestly, that's not who I am.
That's a little better, at least.
Can you take the cameras off me, please?
I can't at this.
At least when he was weirdly itching his face, that kind of was serving as like a mask. All you saw was face and eyes and forehead. But see, this is what I'm talking about. This cameraman right here, this one that we see the hoodie of, Mr. Stickbeans over here. It looks like he has some weird ass ears. Like they're normal on the bottom, they go in at the top. What the hell? And that camera guy's different too over there. I didn't know he was like. I thought it was like an older guy like Chris. I mean, this guy's not young, but more. I don't know, gray hair and stuff, not dark hair still. But anyways, yeah, and then he goes back to putting his hand 400 miles away from his face like that's doing anything.
Can you leave right out there?
God damn, Goody's like a statue over there.
It's very awkward and very embarrassing for me. I'll talk to you in private if you like.
I can't.
And doing? See what I mean? It's so far away from his face. What the fuck does he think that's doing?
The camera's on.
Okay. I mean, I'll answer any questions for you, to be honest, because I'm not.
Well, you have.
This is not what it seems to be. This is not what it was going to be.
What is that doing?
So I want everyone to know that's actually seeing right now. It's not what it was. I'll have to hang out with somebody. Nothing sexual.
You know, he's going along now saying, I'll talk to you in private and blah, 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 this and that. You're saying the exact same things you just said. What do you think reiterating it is going to do? Or again, is it because he doesn't think there was cameras on him before, so now he's just trying to backtrack and re-say everything because he's like, well, I want to make sure these cameras hear this. Like, bro, we already got it. Chris already got it. You're not saying anything new to him. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you say to him. You could come up with some super clear confession, totally clean your slate. It doesn't matter. The police are still going to take you to the judge. You still have to go to court, so you have to reconvince the judge after.
To that nature. It may seem to other people it was, but to me it's not. Because if it was to that standard, I would have.
Maybe he's got like a pre-written speech on his hand. He's gonna have the hand far enough away so he can read it. Let's see. I am sorry that I got caught. I was not trying to. What did I write there? Oh, fuck your kid. I wanted to watch a movie. This is not what it seems.
Actually texted the guy, hey, let's meet and let's do this, let's do that, but it wasn't. I'm very, cordial what I say. I'm very blunt, so nothing sexual to that nature. But to be honest, I can't remember lesson right now. I'm not walking to my house.
And what?
I'm not walking to no one's house ever again. This is the first and last time we're doing that.
What's the lesson here, Jose?
The lesson here is don't walk into no one's house that you don't know who actually even lives there. That's.
First he says, I'm not walking into anyone's house ever again. First and last time ever. And then the last one, don't walk into someone's house. Bro, that is the totally wrong fucking lesson, dumbass. I mean, yes, on one hand, I guess, you got a point. Don't just walk into somebody's house that you don't actually know, that you've just been anonymously talking to online, because that's fucking weird. But the real lesson should be, I shouldn't talk to fucking kids. Because at least if this guy really was 18 or older, it would be totally fine and this wouldn't be a situation right now. Nobody would be here to bust me because I'd be hanging out with another adult like I am. That's what the lesson is, dumbass. Not just don't walk into anybody's house. Fuck. I think the other lesson should be if you want to block your face and for your own privacy reasons, don't hold your hand 4.5 miles away from it because you ain't covering shit.
Let's be honest. Don't do the same thing to other people that you wouldn't want done to you. You know, would you
but
want
you did
someone?
It, though.
Yeah, there is.
What the hell is that?
Don't walk into no one's house.
Ew, look at the corner of his mouth. Ugh, bro, what's going on there? You got some nastiness going on. Ugh, wipe that. I'm about to barf.
I don't know who actually even lives there.
Look at when he's talking.
Let's be honest.
Ugh,
don't do the same thing to other people that you don't want done
nasty.
to you. You know, would you want
did
someone?
It, though.
Yeah, because I walk to someone's house, but I never allow people to come to my house. That's it.
Look, even the... Are you serious right now? You just moved your hand. I was trying to prove a point that this hand ain't doing shit and you move your hand. Really, dickhead?
I never allow... You know what? It's okay, because I'm not even ashamed to do this. Don't let people...
No, he says it's okay. After 3 hours of holding his hand up 3 miles from his face. Now, you know what? It's okay. I'm not even ashamed. After you said you're embarrassed. Bro, your stories are constantly contradicting themselves. What the hell? I just wanted to come over and watch a movie. Yet walks in super nervous because he knows he's there for sex. Oh my god, I'm just nervous. This is awkward and weird. Now I'm not even ashamed. Huh? The fuck, bro?
Walk into your house. Why would you go to theirs? You know, because you don't know what to expect to that nature. That's why, you know, when I came here, I was...
What are you talking about? You wouldn't want them to walk into your house, though. Like, what would you be planning if somebody did walk into your house? Like, wouldn't you, if you invited somebody over, wouldn't you just be wanting them to come over to hang out because you would know them or want to get to know them or whatever? So why are you saying, what? Treat others how you want to be treated? Don't walk into somebody's house? You were technically invited, so you weren't really just walking into somebody's house. So what are you saying? If you invite people over, you expect them not to show up? What? You just want to be stood up all the time? Oh my god, I should have realized I love when people stand me up. Because I know it's because they're nervous and they're just trying to be safe. I should have followed my own procedures and just stood this kid up.
Bored today. I didn't know what to do, so I figured hang out with some people.
How about watching football?
I'm not a sports person, believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
Don't like
How
sports.
about watching Netflix?
This is a stupid area to pause this on. I'd rather see him, not this gray skeleton, statue. But he says I'm not a sports person, believe it or not. And it's like, I guess on the one hand, he's saying believe it or not, because like all guys seem to like sports. And usually it seems like fat guys are into sports, which is weird because like, to me, it always just seems ironic. Like, you clearly can't do the sport yourself because you're huge and can't move. So why do you like it so much? Is it because it's something that you just can't do? Like, when people watch the Olympics, it's because it's just interesting to watch these people who are, like, super fit and super good at all these weird sports that you can't do. So is that why we watch the Olympics? Because they're, like, the elitist in those sports? Is that why fat people like sports? I don't know. But it seems like a lot of times that's what it is. Not always, but a lot of times. Pay attention to, like, the hugest die-core sports fans. They're probably fat. So, I guess in that regard, that's why he says believe it or not. But on the other hand, it's like, bro, I totally believe it. One, you're gay. Gay guys don't care about sports. Seriously. Again, what kind of gay guy have you ever met that's like, oh my god, I just totally love the Broncos. Like, I want to get season tickets one year and go to every single game. I hope they make it to the Super Bowl. Like, that don't happen. Gay guys don't give a fuck about that. So that's one thing, like, duh, you don't care about sports. Second thing, I mean, you give off, like, some kind of weird nerd vibe. I don't know what the word is. I don't know the difference between nerd, dork, and geek. But you give off one of those vibes. And it's like, yeah, you're more into, like, Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons and weird shit like that. Maybe reading. Like, you don't give a fuck about sports. And 3... I mean, also, not to make fun of you for being bulky, but I mean, come on, bro. Clearly you don't play sports, so I wouldn't expect you to really give a fuck about them at all. Like, just saying.
I was. It was just, today was just a day that just, you know what, let's just go hang out tonight real quick. Let's hang out, you know.
What kind of water is that? It's got to be some kind of, like, fake store brand, but, like, what is that? A black label like that? It's long words, too. What is that, Price Chopper? No, because Price Chopper's Picks. That's short. I don't know Stop and Shops. No, Stop and Shop's Arcadia. Walmart is Great Value, but it doesn't look like that. What kind of water is that? Oh.
Nothing sexual, though. I'm not looking for that. I'm not.
But again, isn't that what Grindr was set up for.
It depends what people utilize Grindr for. You know, some people utilize it for dating, for hang out, for chill.
Bro, that's not what it's for. Grindr is straight up for getting dick. For guys to get dick. Nobody uses it for just hanging out and stuff. If you were on Grindr and you matched with another guy and then you just want to hang out with him, he'd probably be disappointed. Like, bitch, I'm here to try to get some dick. Or ass, I guess. And you're telling me you just want to hang out? Man, go fuck yourself, wasting my motherfucking time. Like, they want to be like, oh my god, I just want to hang out too. This is awesome. I'm just trying to look for a buddy. No, they're trying to look for a fuck buddy, if anything. It's just his way to try to justify so. And then he's like, it's fine. I wasn't trying to fuck a kid. I was just trying to hang out. Just doing like a weird thing like that other pedo did, the mechanical engineer one, who was actually caught at the same house that Mickey Mouse Predator was caught at. And the midget. They're all in the same house. But yeah, he wrote that letter even for like an alibi. I was here to just meet up with a kid just to see if this was real or not and tell them the dangers of meeting up with men online. Yeah, okay, bro. You're just covering your ass in case you got caught. And you got caught, so you're like, good thing I pre-did this.
People use it for a sexual preference. You know, that's not what I'm looking for. Even on my profile, it just said, hey, let's chat. You know, I'm not looking for, you know...
Okay, maybe your profile does say, hey, let's chat, but a guy's gonna see that and be like, oh my god, okay, let's chat, honey, and then boop, there you go, dick pic. Which, you sent one, fucker. So even though you're trying to say you just want to hang out, why'd you send the kid a dick pic? Oh, wait, that's right, you didn't mean to. Like Chris says, it was me at the beach, me doing this, penis pic. Right, yeah, okay.
It's that nature, you know, it just says, let's chat. That's it.
Yeah, this motherfucker likes to say things of that nature a lot. God damn, boy. Just say what you mean then. You don't have to keep naturing it. Go outside if you like nature so much. You'd probably be in much better shape. You'd actually look 27 instead of 35.
Okay. Fair enough, Jose. I appreciate
so, it's fair enough. So, everyone out there, you know, that's not who I am. That's not who I am.
Okay.
So,
that is.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome, Chris.
Jose,
thank you for this extra experience, actually,
welcome,
because it's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, your experience is about to get a lot worse because you have to go in a garage full of cops. So, if you thought this was interesting, just wait till you leave this room. If you haven't noticed, there's a guy standing over there blocking the way that you came in. That's on purpose, so that way then you're led to only one other exit, and not the one you like. You know, when you bend over and, oopsies, my soap.
Never do this ever again. Talk to someone's house. So,
I appreciate that.
Nothing bad out of this.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Right. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I know he's gay and all, but did you see how weak that handshake was? Let's do this one more time. Watch this.
It's pretty interesting,
so
actually.
weak.
I'm never ever do this ever again. Talk to someone's
Oh my god,
house.
I want to shake your hand, but I'm going to do it so delicately.
Nothing bad out of this.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Watch this.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So weak. He barely grips Chris's hand. His arm like breaks and folds into jello as he's shaking. There's nothing firm about it at all, like a real handshake. Oh man.
Right there, straight ahead. Over there.
Oh my god, okay, cool. Oh, look at this car. I wish I could go for a ride in it. Don't worry, you will be.
With the police department, we'll explain everything to you right now.
What the hell? They're like clowns in their clown car. Like, he goes in the basement or garage and there's nobody in there, and all of a sudden 4 cops just come out of nowhere. What even is that side room? I always try to visualize what these houses are like. Like, I talk about the one that they caught Mickey Mouse Predator at. What the hell is his name? Jeff Stacy. And the layout is so weird. Like, they got that big table right near the doors and all this other shit. A bar in the middle of nowhere with, like, no space for drinks to be stored. And it just seems weird and random. And then I'm looking at this and I'm like, what is this side room over here? Like, I feel like if this was a real garage, this would be the garage. You would pull in here and park, and then you'd walk in through there, and now you're in your house. Like, what the hell is that side thing over there? Is that something they custom made? But it doesn't look it, because it looks like there's a proper door frame. So it's like they just took a door off and put the curtain up, because it's easier for the guys to go through. But it's like, what is this? There's 2 entrances? Is that what this is? 2 entrances to the garage? That's weird. I've never seen that before. I don't know.
You have nothing in your pockets, do you?
No, just my keys.
Alright, very well.
Now I'm under arrest.
Oh my god, Daddy. Put him tighter. Oh. Yes. Throw me in. Do you like my shorts? My thick ass? I don't think I can fit in this car, baby. Did he just have a face like that hurt? Hold on. Right there. His mouth's hanging wide open. Oh, Daddy! Pocket's hanging out now.
Face forwards, eyes open.
He's like, bitch, it is and it is. They are.
Good.
Good.
Look at Jeff Ross over here taking the picture. I didn't know Jeff Ross became a cop.
Jessie, what's your last name?
Velez.
You got through everything?
Yeah.
God damn, there's a police interrogation now? Alright, even though there's only a minute left, I'm sure I can turn this into a 15-minute video, so we'll get to that in part 3. There's not much to it, so yeah. Anyhow, thanks for checking this out with me, and until next time, keep that ass thick, and yeah, that's it. See ya.